Welcome back to Coyote Classics here in Green, Iowa. Today we're going to be checking out a beautiful 1970 Mustang Mach 1. Just a beautiful car. It's been a few months, maybe even longer, since we've had a nice Mach 1, so I'm really excited to get this one on the website. This one, very quality car, should not last long. This one's powered by a day code correct 351 Windsor, backed up by a 4-speed top loader manual transmission. Engine is a 1970 date code, so year correct engine for the car. Transmission date code is 1969, so correct date code on the transmission as well. Some of these got late 69 build transmissions, but I'd classify this car as just a really nice local car show car. Not a trailer queen, but just a very nice Mustang Mach 1 that can definitely take some awards at a local car show. Definitely turn a lot of heads, and it's a lot of fun to drive. Just correct appearing underneath the hood. It's got the right air cleaner on it, 4-barrel carburetor, the right exhaust manifolds. No one's put headers on it or done anything goofy with it. Just a really smooth running V8 Ford. Power steering. Bottom side of the hood paint, very presentable. You can tell, though the restoration's a few years old, you can tell when they did it, they took everything apart. It's got top of the inner fenders is beautiful, new bolts and everything holding the fenders on. Smooth running car. It's got the Mach 1 hood with the correct hood pins. I'll let Brady work with those as we just keep it running. It's fine. Runs nice and smooth. We'll let it get warmed up before our drive. This is a beautiful dark maroon with a lot of metallic in it. You can kind of see that in the sun. Just a really, really pretty color. It does have the front and rear spoilers, which I love on a Mach 1. Just adds so much, kind of flair and muscle to the car. Grill's in good shape. Bumpers here look like they're probably the original bumpers. If you look, they have a great shine when you're back a foot, but if you look real close, you can just kind of tell it's aged a little bit here. But nothing that warrants replacing. As we go around here, you can look, it's got a great shine. And so does all the trim around the hood, the wheel well molding, all that just really sets the car off. One of the main imperfections in the car as far as paint, I did say, it was done, I'd guess this paint's probably done 10, 12 years ago. You do have a little chip here on the edge of the hood that's been touched up. They did a good job when they touched it up. You stand back a foot, you don't notice it, but when you're right on top of the car, and that probably happened when they were reassembling it after paint and doing all the fitment. It's just one of those things that's unfortunately easy to do on these cars. Back of the hood fits well. Body's real nice and straight. You have another little chip here. It's been touched up. And those are the things when I say it's not a trailer queen, just a nice local car show car. Those are the things I'm talking about. Love the Magnum 500s on any 70 Mustang. This one, they look especially good, wrapped in the Goodyear Eagle ST tires. Just look very, period correct. I love a BFG, but I love the Goodyear Eagles too. They're very sharp. Windshield's crystal clear. This gives you a good look at the top of the dash as well. That's all in excellent shape. It's got the dual sport mirrors, painted body color to match. But excellent gaps. You look up and down the side, the door fits perfect. Roof's in beautiful shape. A lot of times in a Mustang, you'll see this area here, over time cracks and just looks kind of shitty. This is excellent on this. Just beautiful straight body lines. Paint was done nice. Very solid along here, back of the quarter. Love the rear window louvers, the rear spoiler. It's got an excellent look. One of the things when I first looked at this car to buy it that I loved is when you open the doors, just the details and everything in the door jamb. Door jamb paint's excellent. Corner of the doors, rust free. Never had any work done here. Factory seams just look like it should. Right sticker. in the passenger side door jamb. You can tell when they did the restoration, all new latch assemblies, you know, they did everything on it. Door panels are in excellent shape. Wood grain on the door panels, they're awesome as well. It's got the correct Mach 1 seats. Scuff plates look good. This is kind of neat too. Even the clock in the dash, well, at least it worked a few minutes ago, but wood grain and stuff's nice. When I was sitting, when I did the pictures, the clock was ticking, but it's one of those things they tend to break. But this one was working. It doesn't look like it's working right now, but back seat's in good shape. Got a couple 6x9s in the back package tray. Headliner's very nice and tight. The proper full console, Hurst shifter with the T-grip, upgraded radio that still fits in the factory spot, so nothing cut up or done tacky in the dash. That looks excellent. Body's very nice and straight. Just come along to the back here. Back bumper, same way. I mean, looks brand new from a foot back. You get up close, you can just kind of see its age just a little bit on that back bumper. But the tail lights, the tail light panel piece look great. All your decals seem to be in great shape. Trunk lid lines up good. Driver's side just as nice as the passenger side. It's got a lot of that red metallic. It's got that little light, kind of bright red metallic flake in it. It's pretty color. Back sail panel area on the driver's side looks excellent as well, just as the passenger side did. Wheels look to be in good shape. Tires have good tread on them. Driver's door fits just as nice as the passenger door did. Hood on the driver's side fits nice as well. We'll check out our driver's side interior and then we'll take this thing up the road. Driver's side door panel was replaced at time of restoration, just like the passenger side was. Corner of the door is excellent. Door jamb paint's nice. Driver's seat is in excellent shape. Maybe just a little like scuff here, nothing torn, but just a little scuff on that seat. No rips or tears though. Steering wheel in good shape. The tachometer works. Inside door jambs are great. Just a quality car, ain't it, Braids?
Real nice car.
Real nice car. This one should not be around long.
And it cleaned up really nice too.
Yeah, it did. It did. And that too, Brady. We'll go through some things with it here. Obviously the tachometer works. Horn works. Wipers work. And they park correctly. Radio works. And it looks like it's got AM, FM, and it's got auxiliary option too, so it must be somewhere where you can plug your phone in, a little cord usually. Dangling down somewhere, but heater fan works. Oil pressure works, carries great oil pressure. And it looks to me like this dash cluster here is the original. You can just kind of tell the around the lens is just a little bit yellowed. But it tells you a lot about the car. Odometer shows 60,000 miles. If these are the original lenses, which they look like they definitely are to me, and when you look at the undercarriage, the solidness of the body, it's possible that it's a 60,000 original mile Mach 1. It's always, there's no Carfaxes on cars these old, so it's always hard to tell. But judging by the condition of the original components, it's definitely a possibility. Just a good, solid original car.
I wonder how come they always made these cars where they stop at 100,000 miles and reset.
Well, back then, people I don't think drove as much as we do now, you know?
That makes sense.
Back then, a lot of people traveled to and they had everything they needed in their little town, usually.
Yeah.
So, people, especially back then. I don't know when the interstate highway system was invented. Somebody will have to tell me that, but man, this thing runs awesome. Shifts really good. I know when we first got it in, the guys went through all the brakes like we do on every car. Stopped great. I know we did new wheel cylinders. We also, the clutch was good in the car when it came in, as far as like the clutch itself, but the pedal, when it first came in, we had to adjust because the pedal was a little bit like loose. So we adjusted that, and the guys did a hell of a job. The clutch feels excellent. So first gear here, right back in the seat. This thing drives fantastic.
It does. You couldn't ask anything better for it.
No. It's a great car, a lot of fun to drive. So 60 mile an hour here. We did the fun part, went through it. Let's see how it goes down the road. Front end's really nice and tight. It looked like when I was underneath it, a lot of the front suspension components were newer as well, and it definitely acts that way too. Very nice and tight in the front end. Check out our Syncos. We're going to downshift from 4th to 3rd. Right down into 3rd gear there.
Still got pulled.
So responsive.
Yeah.
We're going to go 3rd to 2nd. And we talked about the motor transmission, but the rear end in this is a great rear end as well. It's got the Ford 9-inch with 355 gears. So good strong rear end and a great gear ratio in my opinion. I like the 355s because you get all the performance that you're seeing right now with the car, but also you can still take it at a highway speed at 65, 70 miles an hour. You know, they're not 411s. You're not wrapping out, putting too much stress on that engine. Let's do her again. Man, this thing is freaking awesome.
Yeah, it is.
I'd drive this car every day. I might need to move the seat back a little bit if it was my car, but as far as the power, the performance, the shifting, the braking, how it goes down the road, it's everything I would want. Just sweet. Check this one out on our site, coyoteclassics.com. If it's something you're interested in, don't hesitate to call. This one I can already tell you is going to get a lot of traffic and get to sell pretty fast. Just a very quality car. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next test drive.